South is straight, not like that. Alright, so now you can just read the sample answer, and based on what we fixed last time from exercise 5, you can write it again, and then you can just practice doing writing task 1 for that one, comparing the two maps. Now we go. And when you rewrite, just try to learn all the tenses there, okay? You need to understand why we need to use that tense and not the other tenses, okay? Where's the hotel in that picture? Because based on line number 4, they say this device, a motorway has been built through the center. This device is sitting farm from a newly built hotel, right? Skyscraper and increased residential area. Where is the A newly built hotel? Where is that? So like on two sides, right? Like we have the farm right there, the green part. Is that correct? The farm is the green part, and where is the hotel? The black one? Because the skyscrapers, I can see that, right? Skyscrapers, yes, I can see. And you see they use the word increased. They use the word increased, increased residential area, right? That, what does that mean? When they say increased residential area, what does that mean? Yeah, that means that they should have it like 20 years ago. They had that 20 years ago already, right? And now they just increase that. That means they have more houses, right? So because on the right side you see, like 20 years ago, you see some houses there, and then on the left side you see more houses. So that's why they use the word increase, right? And then you see on the right side you don't have any skyscrapers, but on the left side, that means now at the present we have a lot, right? So which one is the hotel? Like the one behind the farm? On the left side? No. No, that's not. You mean the black one? No, that's not the hotel. Which one is the hotel, guys?
So why should they say the farm is their farm?
Where? Show me where. Where? That's the hotel. How about this? What's this? Yes? What's this? Hospital?
Hey.
Seriously, I don't see the hotel. What has the hotel?
Yeah.
Which one? That is the hotel. This looks like a factory from there. This one. Look like a factory, right? Guys, because the most important thing why I ask, because here they say a motorway, right? A motorway has been built through the center, and this divides the existing farm from a newly built hotel. When they say that the motorway divides that, I mean that one side you must have the farm, and on the other side of the motorway you must see that. So they cannot be on the same side. You understand what I mean? Yeah? The farm and the hotel and the skyscraper and residential area must be divided by the motorway. Right? Based on this description. So here you see the motorway, right? You see the motorway? You see the motorway? So you divide the farm and the skyscrapers, residential area, yes. The motorway divided, right? See? Where the hell is the hotel? Did that work? Okay, probably yes. Probably somewhere. Yeah, probably somewhere. I don't know. Probably somewhere. Ý là nói gì các bạn phải đọc để coi kỹ những cái lời miêu tả rất quan trọng nha. Okay, chứ không là otherwise if you don't know how to describe that, so whatever you are trying to write maybe it sounds very boring. But when you describe that, it must be accurate. You understand? Instead of saying, oh, I can say houses, skyscrapers, hospital, it's really boring, right? And you will get very low points. That's not IELTS. You understand? That's status over fires. You cannot write like that, or you cannot say like that. Okay? But when you describe something like this guy, when they say that, oh, we are a motorway has been built through the city. Through the center. When they say built through the center, why didn't you use the word through the center? Why is that?
It's on two sides.
That That means it must go through everywhere. That's why you use the word through. But if it's like a small part here, we cannot use the word through the center. You understand what I mean? So for writing task 1, you must be very accurate in whatever you're trying to describe. You cannot just say, you can just describe it because you like it. Okay? Because that person said that a motorway has been built through the center, that means that you must see it going through the whole center. Got it? And that is exactly what we see here. And they say that motorway divides the farm, the existing farm. I mean, guys, be very careful when they use the word with all the adjective, and that's very important for writing task 1. They can use the word existing, right? For what? Why don't you just say the farm and like that? Why? That means it was there before and now it's still there. You understand? Very important. Why don't we just say like why don't we just say this divides the farm from the hotel, skyscraper, and residential area? Why?
Too basic.
Yeah, first of all, too basic, and then you cannot make any comparisons by writing that, right? So that's why I say this one is really hard. If you really, even though you just read this essay, right, and you think, oh, it's very short, there's nothing there for me to learn, but actually this is a very good one because it describes carefully and it only make comparison while writing like that. You understand? And if you cannot do that, if you just say, oh, if you just say like this, this divides the farm from a hotel, skyscraper, and residential area, you will get lower points compared with this. Why? Because based on the word existing farm, they only mention the comparison. That means like 20 years ago, there was a farm there, and now the farm is still there. You understand? And when they use the word newly built, you see they say newly built. They didn't say a hotel, right? They say a newly built hotel. What does that mean? What does that mean? Someone please. Why did the author describe like that? From a newly built hotel. Why? Why don't they just say a hotel? Or a big hotel?
Because the hotel is just there.
Yes. When I read like that, when the examiner reads something like that, they know that 20 years ago there was no hotel in that area. You understand? And when you look at the now map, you can see a hotel. You understand what I mean? So that means that from the map of 20 years ago, you should not be able to see a hotel. And on the now map, you must be able to see a new hotel. So that means that you have to do writing and you have to make comparisons at the same time. That's why I said this one is a really good writing essay. This is a really good essay. And that's really distinguished someone with a high score and with someone else. You understand? Nó nhỏ nhưng mà nó rất là tinh tế nha bạn. Các bạn hiểu không? Nó rất là tinh tế luôn. Có vài ba câu như vậy nhưng mà nó lột tả được hết những sự khác biệt. Nó so sánh một cách rất tinh tế. Đó là cái hay của người ta đó. Cho nên các bạn mà viết mà không kiểu đến kiểu đó mà bạn chỉ nói sơ sài này nọ, có cái này có cái kia, có cái này cái kia là điểm rất bình thường luôn, rất bình dân. You understand? Yeah. Okay, so yes. No. I'm talking about this one. I need to explain that one first. You will ask for paragraph 2 later. And then they use the word increased residential area. That means 20 years ago there was a residential area already, right? 20 years ago. When I don't even look at the map and I know 20 years ago there must be some houses there. And now when they say increase, that means now I understand, okay, now we have more houses there. Okay, so be very careful when you use any words, adjective, adverb or something. We must describe things accurately. Okay? That's for writing task 1. You must be very accurate. Alright, so what's your question?
One paragraph 2 number 3.
Yeah?
For car parking, why they put a comma and then the capital, the letter T.
Furthermore, in the east of the island, a large hospital. In the east of the island, a large hospital has been built with space for car parking.
Why they put
Yeah, why do they have a comma there? Why?
why they the capital?
So that means it's wrong. You have to fix that. Okay? Do we have any other exercises they ask us to fix things or something there? Yeah, so is correct. We need a full stop there, not a comma. The church and pond, however, still remain the same as they always were. Is that correct? We can make a comparison. We can have a look. The church and pond, however, still remain the same as they always were. Church, where is that? Oh, the church here, right here. And the pond. Okay, they used to be there 20 years ago and now they're still there. So that's why they say like that. It's good, right? Still remain the same as they always were. There are new developments at the north end of the island. At north end of the island, behind the hills, there is a football stadium. Behind the hill, where's the hill? Oh, number 9. Football stadium. Okay, guys, someone please tell me. Here they say, behind the hills, there is a football stadium. Why do they need to use the simple present tense here?
Because the football stadium has just been built, so they write in the present.
Yeah, because we see that on the now map, not the past map, right? We don't see that in the past map, right? 20 years ago, we don't see it. So the second paragraph, what is it about? There are new developments at the north end of the island. Behind the hills, there is a football stadium. Yes, I can see behind the hills, there's a football stadium right there. What else? Furthermore, in the east of the island, a large hospital has been built with space for car parking, right? The east hospital. Yes, we can see that. To the east of the hills are the windmill and bridge. Yeah, windmill and bridge. Okay, I can see that. Bridge, windmill. Okay. Features of the original island. Okay, now someone please explain this to me. Why do they say that to the east of the hills are the windmill and bridge, features of the original island? What does that mean? What does that mean? They say to the east of the hills there to the east of the hills are the windmill and bridge, features of the original island. What does that mean? Why do we need to write like that? Too complicated, right? Why? Why?
Because on the east they show the bridge and the windmill.
Yeah, we can see the bridge and the windmill, right? But why do they need to write like that?
Because they like it.
No. They don't write it because they like it. No. There must be some reason.
Because they want to have a high score.
Why? Can someone please explain that to me? This is the kind of one of the best parts. Why?
Do you like it?
What? Yes, very good. Because 20 years ago, the windmill and the bridge were there. You see, they have it here. They have them here like a bridge and a windmill. And now they also have a bridge and a windmill. So that's why they say what? To the east of the hills are the windmill and bridge, features of the original island. So they make the comparisons between those two maps. You see? Otherwise, you have to say, oh, to the east of the hills, on the now map, we can see a windmill and a bridge, and I also can see those things on the other map. Oh my God, you know? So this is a very good one. Người ta dùng những cái câu rất ngắn mà miêu tả rất tinh tế, có so sánh đầy đủ này kia vân vân các kiểu. Got it? Đọc cho kỹ vô rồi biết tại sao một bài được điểm cao và một bài từ band 4 trở xuống. You need to learn some sentences or some way to connect between one map and the other map. For example, like features of the original island. A good one, right? Very good one. Learn that. You can underline that one, guys. Features of the original island. The second paragraph, the last line. Okay. So that's one thing, and yeah, that's a good one. Overall, the island has been developed significantly over the last 20 years. Okay. Overall, the island has been developed significantly over the last 20 years. This development has occurred in both the south and north of the island, providing more facilities for the people living there. This development has occurred in both the south and north of the island. Okay. All right, guys. So this is a very good one. Now keep writing, and then read that again and again, maybe a few times. Significantly? It means a lot.
The spelling is one L. Right?
Yes. And they don't have A. Last time we already fixed that. Oh. Finish writing. Yes. Okay. with were mấy cái bức tranh công nhận là họ so sánh rất là tinh tế với nhau ha. Ok. Còn các bạn viết mà nó cứ mỗi câu nó tách ra hết thì lúc đó nó sẽ thành ra cái điểm nó không sai nhưng mà điểm nó sẽ không cản. Then read that. Read that at least 1 or 2 times fast and check the maps. Read and check the maps and see how they compare those two maps. Alright guys, now let's move on to the next one. Exercise 6, right? Did we do this last time? Answer these questions. Number 1, which tense is mainly used here? Number 2, why is this tense used? Okay? Number 1 first, which tense is mainly used here? Which one?
Present perfect.
Present perfect tense. Okay. Where? Now please underline the present perfect tense everywhere you see it. Or you can tell me now, right now. Okay, otherwise you underline too much. Okay? Paragraph 1. Where can you find the present perfect tense? Yeah. The first sentence, right? It is evident that this island has changed dramatically in the last 20 years. So, has changed. That's the first one. If you don't know, you can underline that. Paragraph 1, line number 1. Has changed. You see that? Okay? That is the first time you see it. Now, the next sentence. Where else can you find the present perfect tense? You can use okay, underline them. You can remember. Yeah, you can underline right there in your notebook. Yes. The first one is has changed. The second one, guys? Has been. Very good. There has been a great deal of development in the south of the island. Yeah? Has been. Next. What? Yes, has been built. A motorway has been built through the center. Okay? So 3 already. Okay, paragraph 2. Yes, has been built. Line number 3, right? The last paragraph. Yes, has been developed. Is that it? Yeah, has occurred. So how many times already? 6. Right? 6 times. In one very short essay like this. And I use the present perfect tenses 6 times. Why is that? Why? Why do we need to use the present perfect tense most of the time?
Because there are still some remaining things and we still...
What is the function of the present perfect tense? Tell me again. When should we use it?
When we want to talk something about the past to the present.
Yes. We want to talk about something which happened in the past and continue to the present or very close to the present, right? And here we can see we need to make the comparison between 2 maps, the now map and the 20 year ago map, right? And you see that there's a connection between the past and the present maps here. That's why we need to use the present perfect tense. Got it? How about now if I change this to something like, guys, if on the right side I don't say like 20 years ago, but I say now. Okay? And then on the left side I don't say now, but I say 20 years later. Will we use the same tense?
No.
Of course not. We should not use the same tense, present perfect tense anymore, because it doesn't work. You understand? So it really depends on the situation, and then you need to select or choose the right tense. Otherwise, you won't get more than 6. Got it? Good. All right, now let's move on to the next part. Coherence and cohesion. Coherent, do you understand coherence and cohesion? Do you understand that?
No.
That is, in literature, when we use these words, that means that we can kind of connect or link the sentences very well with each other. Okay? Coherence and cohesion. That means that we are talking about how good the sentences are and how they can be connected with each other. Okay? Here, for example, here you can read on the right side. Ngọc Anh, read that. Two other aspects you must take into consideration. Read that.
Two other aspects you must take into consideration in this exam are
Coherence.
and cohesion.
Mm-hmm.
Coherence is easy to understand. Are your ideas
Organized.
organized in a logical way? Cohesion are your ideas connected together?
Okay, you see? The two things you need to keep in mind. Number one, coherence. Is it easy to understand? Are your ideas organized in a logical way? So we are talking about organization or the structure of your essay or your sentences. Okay? Is it easy to understand? Is it too complicated? Or do you know how to, do you use like different structures and just explain your ideas clearly? Something like that. And the next one, cohesion, is are your ideas connected together well? We are talking about the connection between all of your sentences and ideas. Okay? The first one is the structure, about understanding. The second one is the connection. Yeah? Okay, now exercise 7. Study these two maps which show how Mumbai has changed. On the left side, what do we have? Yes, Mumbai before 1845. So that is, and on the right side we have? Yeah, present day Mumbai. So that means that on the left side we have the past map, and on the right side we have the present map, right? Okay, so it's quite similar as the one before. Again, the past and the present. Okay, you know which tense you should use? Yeah? Present perfect. Okay, now exercise 8. Oh, wait, we need to discuss. You guys, please talk to each other. Yeah, in pairs. Discuss. Because here they say study these two maps which show how Mumbai has changed. Now, study, that means you check that, you analyze it, you think carefully, and you can discuss with each other. You say how things have changed or have been changed there. Okay? Now, please discuss. Ngọc Anh and Quỳnh Anh, you can go together. You go with South. Right? Bởi vậy nó mới kêu study đó. Nghiên cứu đi, soạn hỏi. Thầy nhìn nãy giờ mình chưa biết cục đó gì. Yeah, okay, go, discuss. Let me see. Yeah. Why? I have no idea. Oh, I know. Maybe they build that. Maybe they bring more sand. So like many years ago, it looked like that. Before 1845, it looked like that. But now they can bring more sand. They can build and make a full length there. See? Discuss now. Think. I don't know. Maybe the blue lines, maybe the roads or something. What?
What's this?
Discuss, that's what I mean.
What did the T sign?
Yeah. Okay, yes, guys. We still have, don't worry, you just discuss a little. You just study that, you just discuss a little. However you understand that, doesn't really matter. Just talk, discuss, because we still have exercise 8 to help us, right? Exercise 8, they are there to help us. Yeah, and you will understand more. The blue lines, I think that is the railways, right? Okay, good. Now, talk. 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 We have, oh guys, do you see we still have some, the names, they still keep the name there, but it becomes smaller. Why? Because it's very crowded there, you see. I can still see the name like Wally. Wally, still there, right? Peril, do we have Peril there? Where? Oh, next to Wally, okay. I don't see him anymore.
Yes, but you can't have.
Where?
Just the lower.
Low Peril. We have some new ones, right? And Mazagon or something. Oh, we have Mazagon there. See? Mumbai. Where? Oh, in the middle. Little Calabar. Where? Where is that?
What does Calabar mean?
That's just the name. All of them, just the name.
And why did they put the T sign?
Yeah, we have Calabar. Where is Little Calabar, guys? Disappear? Yeah, probably. Yeah, so that's what you say. They changed a lot. What the hell is the H here? H. That's the H.
Helicopter.
Helicopters? No. Hotels? Yeah, so probably hotels. And oh, I think the one next to Calabar, I think that is a church.
What does it stand for?
Church. No, that is a symbol of a church.
Exactly.
The stars, what is that? Bus stop or something? Is that a bus stop? Or airport?
Where?
The yellow one.
Where?
I think the red one is, we can say the hospital, right? Railways, hospital, we have more names there, right? More locations. Yeah, we have more places. Okay. I don't know what those stars mean. Apples? Armies? What's that? Solar system? Yeah, probably. I don't know. That's why. Okay, guys, keep discussing. I just give you some ideas. Talk, guys. Talk. Whatever you see more places, you see more names. There's locations, right? You have a hill, church gate. Okay, good. Then probably you can just answer all the questions. Oh no, exercise I just say what? Read these sentences which compare the two maps. So they help you to compare those two. Now you can read them together and then you can figure out what those things are. Okay? Because later on you can do writing. Now, read together. And then you have to point. For example, you say number one, these two maps show that since 1845, Mumbai had changed considerably. Oh, nothing there. Number two, there are railway lines which run through the central area, as do many major roads.
Railway.
So So you need, guys, when you discuss with each other, you have to say that, okay, there are railway lines which run through the central area. You have to point to that. You have to point to your friends. You have to show them, okay, where the railway lines are. Okay? And also when they say that many major roads, where they are, you need to show your friends. Okay? Do it. Do it. Đấy, cái map đi thi mà gặp là chết dở nó nghe nó không biết nha. Các bạn luyện không kỹ là mình bây giờ cái map thì mình vô cái đầu đó mà viết trong vòng 20 phút rất là thôi. Cái ra mình phải nhìn cái bản đồ mình cho mình hiểu đó nha, mấy ký hiệu này kia, chứ đi vô đi thi mà còn không hiểu mấy cái dấu đó là gì là tiêu không. Some you can do this one first. Like I just said, like here. Look, there are railway lines. Yeah, so you can say railway lines here. Yeah. How about the major roads? Where are the roads? Where are the roads? The gray ones. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay, number 3. We read and show them. So we have railway lines, right? The blue one. The roads here. But here we don't have any roads. See? Okay, no. Keep discussing. Không hiểu map thì sao được tả? Đọc đi. Yes. Bạn nào hiểu cái gì thì nói cho bạn kia nghe, chứ không nhất thiết là đứa nào cũng phải hiểu hết. Discuss rất là nhiều. What? Finished? Yeah, just think. Yes. Đọc nói đọc chị. Chưa đó là đọc tiếp mấy câu dưới. Mình biết cái gì mình hiểu cái đó thì mình đọc lên. Mình phải chỉ được tất cả những điểm người ta nói ở đây nha, phải thấy được hết nha. Chứ người ta không nói bừa đâu. Người ta tự tả chính xác. What? What? Harbors. Harbors must be somewhere near the beach, where at the edge of the land, very close to the sea. Yes. Where? Which sentence is that? 5. There is also a harbor located to the east of Mazagon. You see, they say located to the east of Mazagon. First of all, do you know the east? So you need to look at the east, not the south, the north, or the west. The east. And also, the east of Mazagon. You see, you need to search for Mazagon. And the east of Mazagon. Yeah? And then you will see a harbor. Oh, I can see a harbor. You see? What?
Yeah.
Show me Mazagon where that is.
Yeah.
So the harbor is here. Yes. Yeah, the east, đúng không? Và phía đông của Mazagon. Mà bạn biết harbor nó phải nằm biển, gần sát biển mà vẫn là bãi biển. Yeah. Thì bạn phải nằm ở đâu đó thì mới có thấy có một cái hình đó, hình đó cái gì. Okay. Yes. It's the harbor. Go on, tiếp tục. Okay, go on. What? Finish? Possible. Where? Ở đây là câu nào đây? Six. Đâu chị nó đi, thì tìm hết chưa? Đó, đâu nó nói gì đây? Looking at the map of Mumbai today, nữa này. We can see here now highly developed area with lots of facilities. Lots of facilities, yes, like hotels, and casinos. Yes, maybe. Why? What do you know? What do you know they are seeing? The style is cinema stuff. Okay, maybe is correct. Yeah, more facilities, right? Okay? Go on. Hmm? What? Which one? Which number? Which number? Number 8. Furthermore, there are also, guys, number 8. Furthermore, there are also several transport links which now connect this area together. Several transport links which now connect this area together. Where? Transport links. Yeah, we can. Yeah, probably they are talking about, because we are talking about transport links, right? Like the connection between transport. We are talking about, again, railways, railway lines, right? And also roads, major roads, something like that. And we say that based on the map, they kind of connect the whole area together, right? Okay. Yeah, go on. Finished? You understand almost everything? Yeah, they don't need to. They just make some comparisons for you to see you understand more about the maps. That's it. Okay? Alright guys, finished? Okay, now let's go through everything together. Stop. Number 1. considerably. These two maps show that since 1845, Mumbai has changed considerably. So this can be used as an overall, okay? As an overall. Just like before, overall, the island has been developed significantly over the last 20 years, okay? So there's nothing there. Number 2, Quỳnh Anh.
The railway line is going through the central area as so many
Major roads.
major.
So there are railway lines which run through the central area as do many major roads. So if we look at the present day Mumbai, we see some railway lines there, right? Running through the central area. And then what? As do many major roads. So we also have many major roads running through the central area. Yeah? So the blue lines represent the railway lines, and the red ones represent the major roads. Yeah? Okay? Now number 3, Owen.
One feature which has remained the same, however, is the names given to the areas of Mumbai.
Yes, one feature which has remained the same, however, is the names given to the areas of Mumbai. We see that they keep the same names, right? They still use like Worli, Paro, Mazagon, Mumbai, Calabar, Mahim. Do we have Mahim there? No? No more. Okay. Okay, now number 4.
In particular, it has many facilities such as hotels, cinemas, churches, and hospitals.
Yes, in particular, it has many facilities such as hotels, cinemas, churches, and hospitals. So, hotels, that is the letter H, right? Hotels, letter H. And we have cinemas, like South side before there is the stars, the yellow stars. They represent cinemas, right? Churches, I think that's the blue one, right? Next to Calabar, see that? Yeah, or in Calabar, in the south of that map. And we have hospitals, yes, the red one, right? The red ones, they are hospitals. Okay, very clear. Now number 5, stop. Oh, we already explained that, right? There's also a harbor located to the east of Mazagon. So we see to the east of Mazagon, we have a harbor there. Yeah? Yeah, the white part. Okay? Next to the sea, because the harbor must be next to the sea. Okay, we know that. Now stop, read number 6.
Looking at the map of Mumbai today, we can see it is now a highly developed area with lots of facilities.
Yes, looking at the map of Mumbai today, that is the map on the right map, right? The map on the right side. We can see it is now a highly developed area with lots of facilities. Well, actually, we already see that in number 4, right? Some facilities there, hotels, cinemas, churches, and hospitals. We can see them all there. Okay. Nothing here to explain. 7. Quỳnh Anh.
Therefore, these two maps clearly illustrate that this area has been significantly since the 1800s.
Okay, again we have one overall sentence here. See, overall, therefore, these two maps clearly illustrate that this area has changed significantly since the 1800s. Yeah? Okay, nothing here to explain. Number 8.
Furthermore, there are also several transport links which now connect this area together.
Yes, furthermore, there are also several transport links which now connect this area together. So we see some railway lines and also major roads there, right? Number 9.
Before 1845, Mumbai was made of several different islands as opposed to the one mainland which exists today.
Yes, before 1845, Mumbai was made up of 7 different islands. What are they? We have Mahim, Wali, Paro, Mazagon, Mumbai, and Calabar, and Little Calabar as well, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah? 7 of them. Okay? And what? As opposed to the one-man land which exists today. Yes, today they only have one-man land. We don't care about how they do that. Okay? Probably like we discussed before, probably they just bring sand and stones and everything from somewhere else and they bring them here. Okay? And they build that one big man land. But we don't need to explain that. Okay? We just said, okay, before I can see 7 different islands, but now I only see one big mainland there. That's it. We only describe accurately whatever we see. We don't explain the reasons why we see that. Okay? 10.
For example, the south part of the city is called Calabar, after the original island, while north part of is called Wali and Paro, and the east part is
Yeah. I think here they give one example. We should go right after something like that. They say that the names are the same, right? Yeah, for example, the south part of the city is called Calabar after the original island. Again, see, they use the word the original island. That means that they want to compare. When they say the original island, they're talking about which map?
the 1845 map.
Yes, the past map, right? Very good. And why the north part is called Wali and Paro and the east part Mazagon? Yeah? Okay, that's good. Oh, we still have exercise 9. That means we have to kind of reorder those sentences, right? That we will do tomorrow. Yeah? Okay? Alright guys, that's it for today.